Okay, we have some participants. Right, okay. Hello.
Hi, welcome to the UCR
College
Chat.
Week Live presentation and chat. Today we're talking about student life and campus life at UC Riverside, which is a very exciting topic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yay. Let's introduce ourselves. Sorry, yes.
My name is Judy.
What year are you, Judy?
I am a fourth year sociology major.
And where are you from?
I'm from Diamond Bar, and I currently live in Riverside. And how about yourself?
I'm Rebecca. I'm a fourth year creative writing major. I am from Lake Elsinore, California, and I'm a transfer student, and I've commuted, but now I live right by campus, so that's pretty exciting.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
So we are here to guide you guys through the application process and just giving you a little background about life at UCR.
That sounds wonderful. Also, if you wanted to ask us any questions at any time during the presentation, there is a chat box so we can see. Just send in your question and we'll make sure to answer it along the way. So, cool. Let's get started.
Any questions, just feel free to write it at any time.
We can see it. Okay, let's get started. In a second.
Yeah. And just some important deadlines that you may be interested in. So the applications actually went out in October, and they are open for submission now until November 30th, and all the required exams should be taken by December. And in January, if you haven't done so by then, you should create your MyUCR account and link it to your application. And in February, that's when admissions notifications will start to go out.
When you're putting together your UC application, once you submit it, you'll get a UC application ID number, and you should definitely write that down and keep it somewhere on your person nearby so that you can use it to sign up for your MyUCR account and for any other UCs that you may have applied.
Yeah, and we definitely recommend that you memorize that number.
Yeah, or like do like a mnemonic, write it, like tattoo it on your face or something, just, have it handy. But so we're going to begin with campus history. Which is a very wonderful topic with UC Riverside because we're still really closely ingrained with our history even today. UC Riverside began as the Riverside Citrus Experiment Station back in 1907, which basically means that we were the agricultural hub of what would later become Riverside and the Inland Empire. So a lot of the strains of oranges that you eat and enjoy today, including cuties, those little like taro lemons, right? They began here, so that's pretty exciting.
What's interesting is that around campus there are actually orange trees. Although when I was a freshman, they told us that you couldn't eat them because they were part of experiments that our College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences are a part of, so we weren't allowed to eat them. But recently I hear that you can pick them sometimes.
On your way to campus. Yeah. I've heard that too. So there's mixed messages. I would just, go for it, just grab one and see what happens.
Or stop by the C-store and get some of the freshly squeezed orange juice, because that's amazing. That's honestly good. So amazing.
So good. But yeah. In 1948, UC Riverside was declared it wasn't declared a campus of the UC yet, but we did establish a College of Letters and Sciences, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Our inaugural class began in 1954, which included Charles Young, who would later become a chancellor of UCLA.
Oh,
that's very interesting.
That's very interesting, actually.
Right. And then UC Riverside officially became part of the University of California system in 1959. And we've been going
UCR!
UCR. But that's kind of a really quick rundown of our campus history. It's had a long and storied past in agriculture, and now we're branching out to a bunch of other different industries, including our new School of Medicine. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's actually one of the most impressive things that we've had lately, because I remember when they started construction, everyone was like, what is that? But then now it's this enormous building, and it's our School of Medicine.
And it's beautiful.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited that it's finally here. They were talking about it for quite a few years until it was actually put into place, and they had to get funding from it. But now that it's here, it's the first new medical school in California in like 20 years or something crazy like that.
Yeah, and as UC Riverside students, we definitely get that advantage of having that medical school on our campus during our undergrad, because you have that opportunity to go in and see what there is to offer with first-hand experience.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah. Let's go on to our next topic, which is campus resources.
Campus resources is such a huge topic for UC Riverside, just because there is a ridiculous amount of resources on campus compared to other schools. We have basically a organization for every single ethnic group on campus.
Yeah,
we recently, right, the
Middle Eastern
Student Center is new, and it started this year, and it's really exciting because it's the first in the UC system, and I think in the country, potentially. Possibly, at least one of the few. Aside from that, we have just so many free resources for students who are interested in attending UC Riverside, or who are students here, whether you're looking for free tutoring or some free classes at the Student Recreation Center. You can take a class in kickboxing if you wanted to.
You can. It's actually really amazing.
Have you done it?
A lot of my friends have. I've done the ab one.
The ab attack?
Yeah, the ab attack. That one's
popular.
Actually really fun. It's just you go to the Student Rec Center, which is our gym, and we just have all of these different classes that you can take, whatever satisfies your needs. There's yoga, ab attack, kickboxing, just so many different, we just meet your needs, and it's all free because we're students here, and it's just available for us to use. I remember that one where we had the 80s dance one.
Oh, with Richard Simmons?
Yeah, with Richard Simmons. That one was really funny.
Richard Simmons came to class. He led a workout, and there was a dance party after.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
So everyone dressed up in 80s attire and just jazzercise, and it was really exciting.
It was really exciting. He was just this beautiful bubble of energy.
Yeah.
And it was totally free, and it was just a really exciting time to be on campus. And it was one of the examples of resources that are presented for students here. I mean, even today we have a member of the Wu-Tang Clan coming to speak. Gizet, the genius.
Yeah.
He's coming to present and perform an exclusive performance after his presentation, and that's free.
And a lot of the things that are put on by students. So I think ASPB, which is one of the student-run organizations, they host a lot of concerts and events, and a lot of cultural events, theater events. We have a radio station, KUCR, which is also student-run.
Yes,
and they often have
an independent student radio station.
So they have giveaways. I know they gave away tickets to the event.
They give away tickets to
a lot of shows.
Yeah,
pretty big shows.
Nocturnal too, which was this big music festival for I think it was electronic music. In LA, they gave away tickets to that, and our shows on campus every week at the Barn, which is a music venue on campus, and it's basically one of the oldest music venues that is on campus, or buildings on campus. It used to be an actual barn, but then it was repurposed. I think it started as it was a restaurant and then a coffee shop and then a bar and then a restaurant again. Now it's a restaurant. Yeah. / music venue.
Yeah, because they have their music venues at nighttime. I think that's every Monday?
Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, Wednesday and Thursday. And that is $5 for students.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
And it's amazing people. I actually saw a lot of artists that I really wanted to see in my life, and I've seen them here.
Yeah. A few years ago, Frank Turner performed at the Barn, and now he's really huge. And he's been on the radio. You've probably heard Recovery by Frank Turner on the radio.
Oh, okay.
That's him, and he was here.
That's pretty amazing.
I know.
Yeah, they have a lot of great people. Zion I came. Yeah, they're just great.
Well, Elephant Revival is just here too.
Oh yeah, did you go?
No, but we published an article about it in the student newspaper, which is independent and wonderful, and they totally just put on a really amazing folk show.
Yeah, and they have great food. Not to mention the food, because it's actually really great quality food, and it's hard to find food like that around campus, and it's really diverse. So you get whatever you want, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like my favorite place to eat on campus.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like really good burgers, but then they also have really good vegetarian options and vegan options, and they have like everything from like pastas to like taco bowls.
They're like
buckets of taco.
They're like tofu chicken.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. They have that, and like actually that's one of the bigger things on campus, like the soy chicken and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we have one of my vegetarian friends has been a vegetarian for like I think like 11 years, and she got she got the soy chicken burger from one of the restaurants on campus, Latitude 55.
Oh
and
yeah.
It tasted so much like chicken that she almost started crying. She was like,
"Oh, it's so good."
It's been 11 years. Yeah.
Oh man.
But there's that. There's a lot of options and resources for students, no matter whether you're whatever your orientation is, whatever your gender is, or whatever your hobby is. Really, I mean, there's like 400 organizations on campus.
Yeah, like we have so many clubs that you can join, just organizations that you can become a part of. Also, like just resources that we have, like the Campus Health Center, which is always available to us, and they're actually great with taking care of the students, especially just like making sure that everyone gets their flu shots, everyone's like at their top health so they can go to classes, just everything like that.
We also have a career counseling center on campus.
Oh yeah, that's actually right next to this health center.
It's in the same little wooded area. And it was the most helpful experience of my life when I went. I went at the beginning of this year, my senior year, just freaking out because I'm like, I don't know what I want to do.
Man, it's that time of year for us fourth-year students.
But it was really easy to just walk in during their walk-in hours, and I met with a career counselor, and she showed me the career services that UCR offers for students. Like we have this thing called Career Shift where it basically aggregates all of the job postings that are on like Monster.com and Glassdoor and a bunch of those other like really big job searching websites, and it's like basically a search engine for that. So you put in your keyword for whatever you might be interested in, whether it's like an internship or like an entry-level job, and it'll help you find it. And it's exclusively for UCR students, and that's really cool.
The Scott Jobs, right?
Yeah, Scott Jobs too. Scott Jobs is another career search tool for use.
Designed specifically for UCR students?
Yeah. I think the difference is that Career Shift is for when you're looking after college, and Scott Jobs is while you're in college. So like that's how I got both of my campus jobs was through Scott Jobs. And they have
yeah, this one.
And they have on-campus jobs throughout the year. So if you wanted to work on campus, there are opportunities for you to do that, and there are resources for you to be able to find them. And working on campus is really wonderful.
It is. Yeah, it's just they're really flexible with your class schedule,
which is huge.
Yeah, which is a big deal as college students.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of another job where I could be like, hey, I'm scheduled from like 10 to 3 today, but I have to study for this final, so can I come in from like noon to 3 instead?
I know.
And it's like, yeah, go for it. You're a student first, and that's what being an on-campus employee does for you.
Yeah, and definitely students, like, your academics should come first.
Oh, yeah.
We're in college, and it's important to focus on what you're trying to study. We have actually 3 colleges here, which is CNAS, which is our College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences, which is all like the biologies, chemistries, physics, and that sort. And then the CHAS, which is our College of Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, which is like sociology, my major, creative writing, English, psychology, and BCOE, which is the Bournes College of Engineering, which is actually a really great program that we have here. And that's like mechanical engineering, but biochemistry engineering, computer science, everything like that. And we each have the departments that we go to, and you talk to the counselors. The one thing that I love about UCR is that the counselors and all the academic advisors are really open to try to talk to you and make time for the students, and definitely just engage in student life and try to do whatever they can. If you make the effort to go and talk to the counselors and like get to know your professors, then they'll make the effort to make sure that you get the most of your time spent with them. So I think that's something that it's really important to take advantage of. As a freshman, I didn't know to do that, so no one really taught me to, go meet your professors, go meet your academic advisors. But I think that's something that's really important and something you should take advantage of. Like, I know Rebecca does that really well, so.
Well, one of the best parts of having a major in the humanities, in all the major programs, basically, you can speak with your professors. In my major, creative writing, part of my requirement is to have a senior thesis where I work one-on-one with a professor, and I had to go and speak with my professor ahead of time and say, this is what I'm interested in working on, and like this is what I know that you're working on, and this is how I think that you might be able to like really work well with me, and how I might be able to work well with you. And now I'm working one-on-one with a professor that has these ridiculous publishing credentials, and is just
so lucky.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. She's helping me so much, more so than I think that I would have received if I'd been in a big senior thesis class with like 500 other people. Like the way it is now, I meet with her one-on-one every week.
Yeah, and that's a big like.
It is. It's kind of rare too.
Yeah, it's like a rare thing to have.
Yeah, I transferred from a state university in Arizona, and it was really difficult to get opportunities like that. You would have to apply. You would have to, fight by tooth and nail to get to where you wanted to be. And like here, that level of competition isn't really as cutthroat. I've never gotten the sense that like someone wants to cut me down because they think they're better than me or anything. It's always been like, yeah, you're doing this well. Let's talk about what you're doing well and what I'm doing well, and let's see how we can help each other.
Yeah, like the professors, right?
Yeah.
They're so helpful. Like they're always really encouraging, and if you're doing something wrong, then they'll definitely direct you in the right direction.
Yeah.
And like just always try to help you. It's really nice.
I've always felt like the professors and advisors here have our best interests at heart.
Definitely, I agree.
Yeah, and it's like if you're really worried about graduating on time, you can go and talk to your academic advisor and say, hey, here's my degree check. Like, what do I do with it?
Yeah, I talk to my academic advisor a lot. I go in during walk-in hours, schedule appointments all the time. They're always so helpful. And she always tells me to relax.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah, just stay on the right track and just always stay motivated. As students, like, we're students and we should be doing our studies and having a good time as well. But as long as you're on the right track and you stay on top of your work, you'll be fine, is what I've ultimately learned from my academic advisor. And they're just so helpful. But it is so different from high school where you're given everything, like your schedule is set and you'll be done in 4 years. But here you make your own schedule, and you're an adult now, and you just like do everything on your own, and it's up to you to make that effort to talk to your academic advisor.
Which is kind of scary at first.
It is.
But just, send your advisor an email or go walk in during walk-in hours. Your advisor is there to help you.
Yeah.
And that's one of the really wonderful resources that UC offers. Advisors that know what you need to take to get out of here in 4 years and how to help you get there.
Yeah, it's not like they're trying to get you in trouble or anything.
I know.
They're really nice, actually.
And they're not trying to keep you here to take your money or anything.
Yeah.
Like, they want to make sure that you're happy and get out of here in 4 years.
And they want you to, like, actually succeed in your major. So they're your major academic advisor, and they want you to do real world, like, work and get out of here and do the best that you can do.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. As far as any other campus resources, I know we have free tutoring, and we have
SI sessions, which are student-run tutoring sessions. So if you're struggling in, let's say you're taking microeconomics or something, and you're struggling, there will be a SI session, which is where a tutor can, like, basically teach the students the class again, or like
a student instructor.
Yeah, it's like a student instructor who will just like answer questions that you may have.
Yeah, and then there's also office hours for your professors or for your teaching assistants too. I mean, that's another really wonderful campus resource. The professors here are astounding in their fields. I mean, you have the opportunity to speak with people who are at the top of their fields and who are doing research right now in crazy things like immortality and the human genome. Like, that's really cool. And you can go speak with them in their office hours and say, this is what I'm thinking. Like, I really enjoyed the lecture. Like, let's talk about this.
Yeah, like a lot of our professors are actually established people in their field. Like for sociology, they're actually really well known.
Turner.
I know. They're just really well known and like publish
Yeah.
and
Really
just impressive people.
Mhm.
They're like real life celebrities that are making a difference in the world, and they're your teachers, so you should take advantage of this and definitely learn everything that you can from them and go to office hours,
Go.
because that is where you will actually become friends with them and just get to know them on another level and
Yeah.
get their help, which is going to be like really
Necessary.
resourceful in the future.
Mhm.
In the future.
You'll also have access to teaching assistants who are grad students in whatever program that you're in. And they will usually, if you have to take a larger lecture class with maybe like 100 to 300 people, your TA will be the one that teaches the smaller section, and they'll be the one that you can speak with one-on-one, because they'll be grading your papers and grading your essays. So if you're ever concerned about your writing or what you're turning in, you can always talk to your TA, and they're there to help you. And
Yeah.
it's a
Very
graduate,
helpful,
yeah,
too.
and it's a graduate student. So if you're intimidated about talking to a professor, a TA is a great way to kind of
Ease
make
that
person.
transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we'll go on to the next topic, which is
Campus facts and impacts. Right. Intermission. There we go.
Yeah, so
Okay.
any questions, guys? If you have any questions, just feel free to ask us in our little chat box, because we're here to help you guys too. It's not just a lecture.
We're here to answer questions.
Yeah, we're here to answer your questions.
Q&A and presentation. Okay, well, as far as campus facts are concerned, UC Riverside is home to 21,000 students, which places it about in like the medium tier of UC enrollment,
Mhm.
compared to like UCLA, which has like 30 to 40,000 students, I think.
Yeah.
UC Riverside has all of the benefits of a small college in a really beautiful park-like campus.
I know, our campus is actually,
It's beautiful.
it's really beautiful, and they made it really aesthetically appealing. There are trees
Yeah,
everywhere.
so many trees.
It's just really nice.
Yeah.
We have our beautiful bell tower as well, which chimes at every hour and lets us know when your class is over.
There's also the bell tower plays the Carillionaire, who plays the Carillion bells at the top of the bell tower. He
That's true.
performs every Monday. So at like noon on Monday, you'll be walking to class and you'll hear this beautiful just sound of bells following you as a soundtrack, and it's
Yeah.
great. But as far as other campus facts, UC Riverside is the most diverse UC in the University of California system, which means that of our student population, we have the highest amount of students coming from a bunch of different racial backgrounds.
Yeah.
So we have, along with that, that's where our cultural programs come into effect. We have such a huge population of Chicano students and Asian Pacific student programs and stuff that there are resources here for those students to meet other people within their
Ethnic backgrounds. And every Wednesday there are these things called nooners, which are held at the bell tower, and it is sometimes the ethnic clubs, right, that are conducting it.
Yeah.
And they'll like come out and like showcase their culture. I know that they have the Native American center come out in their beautiful headdresses and just perform, and it's just amazing, and it just makes our campus feel so alive. It's not just like going to school, it's a cultural experience almost every day.
That's a really good point. What you're going to get here is an opportunity to interact with so many other cultures and so many students from just a huge diverse background, not only ethnic backgrounds but also socioeconomic backgrounds. We have one of the highest percentages of students coming from low-income backgrounds. So students are coming here that wouldn't have had an opportunity to attend college otherwise. So what you're going to get is people that have this breadth of life experience, and that is so exciting to talk to someone who has lived an entirely different life than you and kind of learn, okay, this is what college is about, that you're going to be able to speak with people who are going to inform your own life and give you a broader perspective on your understanding of the world. That's really cool.
Yeah, it really is, because literally you're in a lecture full of students, and everyone's so different, and everyone just wants to, they're all studying the same thing as you because you're in class together. The person to your right and the person to your left are so different from you, and you just get to meet so many different kinds of people, and it's amazing because it's really just like a big melting pot. And we have been voted the most diverse campus in the entire nation, like
We're number 12.
Yeah.
We were number 8, but other universities are getting following our diversity
Yeah.
example, and we're number 12, and that's really exciting. As far as any other facts, our average GPA for freshmen admitted for fall of 2012
is a 3.72.
3.72, that's pretty high, guys.
So study hard. Don't forget that your senior year does matter.
It totally matters.
And you can't have any D's or F's in your senior year because that will affect your admission status. So don't get senioritis because it's not real. And your grades matter.
Yeah. Our average GPA is, our average SAT score is 1720, and our average ACT score is 25, which means that you should probably check out your SAT scores. I know that when I took my, I took the PSAT and then the SAT once, and I was okay with my score, but then when I took the SAT again, I got a way higher score. So if you still have time, consider taking it again.
Yeah, because the last date to take the tests the last set of tests that you should take should be in December. So that's the cutoff date. December is the last time that you can take your SATs or ACT scores for them to count towards your application here for all UCs actually.
Yeah.
So keep up to date with everything and don't procrastinate because you want time just in case you want a better score.
Yeah.
And
let's see, what else? What else can we say about
campus facts and impacts?
Well, as far as other facts, we have 107 bachelor degree programs, which means that whatever you're interested in, we probably have some sort of degree program or series of classes that will help you reach whatever you're interested in. I know that if you are curious about maybe like studying film theory or directing, we have a directing track within our theater major. So even if you don't see something that clearly says, oh, film, like a major in film, in our departments, those classes are housed in different degree tracks within certain programs. So like for creative writing, we don't have a poetry major, but we have a poetry track within the creative writing degree.
Yeah, and with our School of Business, SOBA, which is also another one of our colleges, which is actually really well known throughout the UC system. It's called Anderson School of Business,
yes.
Right? Yeah, so they have like business administration with a concentration in marketing or a concentration in finance.
Accounting.
It's just accounting. It's just all different. So you just look deeper into your major and you just focus on your study.
And the School of Business Administration is one of the only schools of business in the UC system. The only other one is at UC Berkeley.
Yeah.
Which means that if you are interested in studying business, then UC Riverside is the place to go because we have just so many opportunities for people within the Inland Empire, and we're right next to LA too. So it's like you'll have a lot of opportunities to carry your major elsewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And if you're concerned about financial aid and how you're going to pay for college, there are so many scholarships that UC Riverside offers to our students. You just have to apply and see what fits your category, and you just apply. And we actually have an entire website dedicated to scholarships that we offer, and it just makes college a lot more affordable than you think.
When you apply to the University of California, you'll be considered for the Blue and Gold Opportunity Program, which is a UC-wide initiative to help students pay for college, so it defrays the cost of your tuition. Along with that, when you apply, you'll automatically be considered for a bunch of scholarships. So a lot of them are merit-based, so it depends on like your GPA and your SAT scores and your academic record. Other ones are based on what your financial need is too. So apply, you'll automatically be considered when you submit your UC application, and then you'll be notified. Also make sure that you submit your FAFSA as soon as possible. I believe the deadline is March 1st.
Yes.
Submit the FAFSA before March 1st to ensure that you're considered for financial aid and to receive the best package possible.
And just be proactive with everything. Even if you think that you won't get anything, it doesn't hurt to apply.
Yeah, go for it. There's so many, we want you to come to this school.
Yeah, definitely.
We want you to go to college at the University of California system. Apply, and the financial aid office will try to make sure that you can afford attending UC Riverside.
Definitely. And a lot of our staff and faculty members, they're all so helpful and so friendly. They honestly want the best for the students here. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like that at other UCs, but here at Riverside, everyone's really friendly. And
We're
I think
so
that's
friendly.
something that we can definitely take pride in.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as impacts, UC Riverside is located in the Inland Empire, which is in the Southern California area, and
Mhm.
we're immediately to the west of LA. The Inland Empire is the 12th most populous metropolitan area in the entire nation. So
Wow,
there's,
I
yeah,
didn't know.
yeah, right? There's a lot of people here. And in the middle of that, UC Riverside is the only public university with a research emphasis in the Inland Empire. So if you're going to come here, you're going to have access to the best minds in the public research field. And along with that, UC Riverside is one of the top employers for the city of Riverside. So not only do we have so many amazing minds here teaching and going to school and getting their PhDs and stuff here, but we also have really close ties to the community around us, which
Mhm.
is huge, especially if you want to give back to where you're going to school.
Yeah, definitely. I know that like we have the most community participation
Yes, we do.
amongst a lot of the campuses.
Yeah, the Washington Monthly ranked UC Riverside as number 2 in the nation.
I think I can actually see it right now.
We have resources. But part of that really high ranking is due to our community service output.
Fifth.
We are, based on contribution to the public good, UCR is ranked 5th by the Washington Monthly,
Yeah.
above schools like UCLA. But student contribution and community service is a really huge part of being at UC Riverside. I mean, no matter what student org you're participating in or what your major may be, there are so many opportunities for you to give back to the community and also to participate in community service opportunities, whether you're in a Greek organization or whether you're just looking to give back in a student club.
Yeah, like sustainability, which
Yeah.
is an environmental friendly organization, just anything that you want to become a part of or like whatever sparks your interest, we have something for you. And there's always opportunities. If not on campus, there are a bunch of resources around campus as well that you can find anything. You can find anything here.
Anything. We also have, we recently started the University of California Community Garden, and it's right by campus, and it's a community garden for students that want to go.
That's so cute.
I know, it's really great. They recently just celebrated their first harvest.
What was the first thing to grow?
I think it was like
A tomato?
I think it was like a tomato or something. I mean, they planted a bunch of plants, but like it worked, and it was a community garden.
Yeah,
It was, a
that's
community
pretty
effort.
impressive.
Yeah, it was really exciting. But there's things like that are completely student run. Like that was a student initiative that was put together by Sustainable UCR.
Yeah.
And if you can't find something that you're interested in on campus, you can totally make it happen. Like the Middle
Yeah.
Eastern Student Center was entirely a student initiative. Like that wasn't put
Oh,
together
yeah.
by administrators. It was endorsed and appreciated by administrators, but the push for it was students. So whatever you're interested in, you can make it happen, and that's really cool.
That was awesome.
Yes. Also, impacts.
How about the sea? We could talk about the sea.
The sea. The sea.
The sea.
The sea is it's one of the largest concrete letters you put. It's basically, it's on the Box Spring Mountain, which is right by campus. It actually borders campus. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's actually one of the backdrops for,
Yes.
like when you're walking to class, you'll see it. So it's really beautiful.
It's basically a giant letter C, and it stands for California.
Mhm.
And it was put up there by students back in like the 60s. There's this really wonderful historical photo where they're laying the concrete, and it's like one of the guys is just like posing, and he's doing like one of the things on his hips.
Is it this?
Yeah, and he's like all like cross-legged and stuff. It's really great.
Yeah. Like tradition is your freshman year,
Go up there.
you don't want to gain the freshman 15.
Don't gain the
So
freshman 15.
what you do is you hike up to the sea,
Mhm.
which is, it's pretty It's a pretty rigorous hike.
It is. It's very steep.
It just depends on which route that you go.
That's true.
So go with someone who has gone before, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hike up the sea with all of your new friends that you've made. Like if you want a dorm, then you go with your hallmates.
Mm-hmm.
If you made friends outside on campus, like in your classes, then you go with them.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little adventure.
Yeah.
Something really bonding to do with
It totally is.
with all of your friends, your new friends, especially as a freshman. Like
Yeah.
you just do silly things to
Like go hike up there.
yeah, to get to know them.
Do a sunrise hike.
Yeah.
Do a sunset hike.
Oh, do a sunset hike. That is
Bring a
actually
flashlight.
scary. Yeah, take a flashlight.
Yeah.
Take water. Wear like kind of long pants
Mhm.
because you don't know what's up there, but it's fun and it's completely safe actually.
There's a lot of different routes. To
Yeah, and it's just fun to take pictures up
Yeah.
there, and you'll just see. It's like a history lesson just being up there.
Yeah.
Because you know that students from like the first
generation
Yeah, the first-
UCR students.
they definitely went up there.
Mm-hmm. Also, let's see other impacts. We have a lot of our research being conducted on campus
Mhm.
is making ridiculously awesome impacts in
Mhm.
like our day-to-day lives, not only in Riverside but in the world.
Yeah.
Like in our Boynes College of Engineering, there are engineers who are working on the relationship between technology and air quality,
Okay.
right? And then we also have in the philosophy department, one of our professors is working on studying immortality in the Immortality Project.
Oh, that's
And
really interesting.
yeah,
That's
he's
really interesting.
taking a social scientific and also a scientific approach to studying the idea and the history of immortality and whether it's actually something that is like, I don't want to say plausible because I don't think he's taking it that far, but he's conducting the most research into the idea and the history of the idea than anyone has ever conducted.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really
That's pretty
exciting.
impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's interested in that.
Yeah, totally. Zombies. That's a big thing right now.
That's the trend.
Yeah. Also, real quick, for anyone that is newly joining us, you can always leave a question in the chat box, and we'll make sure to answer it along the way of our presentation.
Yeah, or just feel free to say hello in the
Yeah.
little chat box.
Do it. Let's see. Are we ready to move
Oh,
on?
well, with research again.
Yes.
That as students, we're allowed to participate in that research. Like,
Yes.
if you have a professor who has a research experiment going on at the moment, then you're welcome to ask them, can I help you with your research? Be a lab assistant, just to get some hands-on experience and get to know your professors on another level, even if you're not a part of that major actually, and you just find something interesting, then you can ask them if you can be a part of it. And if they let you, then yeah, you get to participate in research. And it's like real life research that is making a difference in the world. So feel free to just explore your options here. Everyone's really willing to help.
Yeah, whether you're in the sciences or the humanities or the social sciences, there are professors who are looking for students to help them. So honestly, the easiest way to do it is just to go during their office hours and say, I read up on you on your illustrious Wikipedia page, and I saw that you're doing research in this. Like, do you need any help? Is there any way I can help you? Express interest, and your professors will love that. They will love you for being interested in what they're working on, because obviously they're passionate about it and they want to work with people that are also passionate about it. But you're not going to find a lot of other opportunities at other universities to have such a close relationship with professors and to be an undergraduate research assistant.
Yeah, that's
That's
actually
really cool.
pretty impressive.
We actually have an undergraduate research journal to publish the research of undergraduate students. Once you're in like graduate programs and you're doing scientific research, it's published into journals to receive credibility and for it to like be looked at by other students in the field. And at UCR, we have one specifically for undergraduate research. So that means that you can get published in an official journal as an undergrad.
Oh my gosh, that's so impressive.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And
you definitely want to do that.
You do. You totally do.
Just make the most of your college experience.
Yeah. Anything else? Let's go to the next one. Let's move on.
I think this one's a little bit more fun.
Yes.
Right?
It is, because
Yeah,
it's student life.
life.
Okay, so with student life, we mentioned earlier that there are over 400 student organizations on campus. That includes clubs from everything from Greek life to, we have a Quidditch team, to, we have a science fiction club, we have like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think you get little tastes of everything, like cultural clubs,
Academic.
academic clubs, like clubs that focus on
Like community service.
yeah, like community service, everything.
Yeah.
We have, you know, these three massive concerts that are actually known throughout Southern California, and a lot of actually just known. They're just really well known. They're Heat, Block Party, and Spring Splash. And those are our big concerts that people from other schools always want to come. People buy tickets. And that's like specifically for UCR students and conducted by UCR students.
And free for UCR students.
Yeah, it's free for us. And you get to see artists like
Young Giant.
Yeah, like Young Giant, Walk the Moon, just everyone.
And it's usually
Lupe Fiasco came.
Lupe Fiasco, yeah. Kendrick Lamar came a few years ago.
Pharrell was here too.
Pharrell, yeah. And Nelly.
Oh yeah, Nelly.
Cold War Kids.
That was actually really good.
Major Lazer. Major Lazer. Porter Robinson came too.
Oh yeah, Porter.
What? Yeah.
We just get really impressive people.
The music scene on campus is huge.
It is.
Whatever you're interested in, you will probably find a concert being held on campus for it. I mean, even like the big concerts, normally ASPB does a really good job of making sure that they address a diverse range.
And they like satisfy everybody's needs and what people want to, who people want to see.
Yeah.
Like, they do surveys a lot too. Like, would you rather see EDM artists or like country, rap, top 40? Like,
in a perfect world, who would you bring to campus? Kind of things. And then you respond and they listen. Like
they really do listen.
They do.
They've had some good stuff.
They have. The past artists that they've selected, I mean, they've posted on their Facebook like this. We chose these based on who you guys said you wanted to see. Like, obviously they can't get the really big bands like Muse or anything to come to campus because they don't perform college crowds, but they will find someone in that genre or someone who's willing to come and perform that is also going to please what our students listen to.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And they do a really good job.
Yeah, and
I'm
I mean,
really impressed.
Like Heat is usually more like electronic music and EDM, and then Spring Splash and Block Party are both pretty balanced between like hip hop, rap, and alternative.
Yeah, we had like Rick Ross, 2 Chainz,
and Walk the Moon.
And Walk the Moon. Yeah. You would never see that lineup anywhere else.
Really interesting. But it was awesome because people would come and go see Walk the Moon and then go and check out all the other like food trucks and stuff that were here while everyone else went to go see like whoever they wanted to see.
And we have a lot of cultural events and theater events. So we have like our drama department who actually put on shows and like performances, and they're actually really talented, and they're college students. They're your peers.
Yeah. And what's interesting with that is in a lot of universities you need to be in the theater department already to perform in a drama production, but at UCR you can be any major.
Yeah, it's open to everyone.
Yeah. If you're interested in performing in an official like university production, you can totally go and audition. And it's not just university productions either. They also do playwriting, so you can go and submit a play, and if it works compared to everyone else's, then it can be performed by students on campus.
Yeah,
that's
pretty impressive.
Yeah, we have that. We also have like just barn shows every week, and then cultural, and then like the cultural stuff. Like the Chicano student programs did a Dia de los Muertos performance around Halloween.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. We also have. Let's see what else.
Oh, we get like free tickets to movies often.
ASPB does that.
Yeah, especially during Thanksgiving. If you bring like a couple cans, they'll give you a ticket to see the latest movie, I think.
Even like just every week. I mean,
yeah, just if you want to pick up tickets to some show, you can go
totally
like some movie.
You can watch like I think this week they're giving away tickets to Thor, the new Thor movie.
Oh, I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, and it's free. You just have to show your student ID.
Yeah,
that's it.
They totally understand that we're college students and living on a budget.
Yeah, it's like I want to go see these movies, but I like literally can't afford it. And they're like, "Don't worry, we got you covered.
Yeah,
just show us your student ID. We'll give you a ticket."
Yeah, just become active in your student on college or on campus, and you just get to find out all these little things. Like, the more active you are, the more involved you are, the more you're aware, and you reap the benefits of coming to this amazing campus. There's so much to offer. You just have to find what you like.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Student life.
Or what's the next one?
Let's go to the next one. Unless if you have any questions at all, feel free to post in the chat box if you have any questions about student life or anything else. A day in the life. This is a pretty cool one.
Okay.
So
Let's do this.
this is let's say a day in the life of Rebecca Perez, creative writing major, senior year, UCR student.
Narrating your life.
She wakes up in the morning elegantly. So a day in the life of the UCR student, of course, involves classes.
Yes.
Since I'm a senior, I register a little earlier, which means that I don't have any class on Wednesdays. So if it's a Wednesday, then I'm probably doing homework or going to work or doing something for the student newspaper, which I'm involved with and which you should write for if you come to campus. But let's say it's a Friday. This is what my day is. I come to campus at 9 for my 3-hour creative writing workshop where I meet with other students in my major and we talk about the stories that are submitted that week. We critique each other's work and we turn in critiques and have basically a 3-hour discussion about each story. After that, I go to work where I work on campus at undergraduate admissions. Yay! There, I do stuff that directly relates to my major. I run the Life at UCR blog. I edit posts, and I watch over our social media accounts and other duties as needed.
Yes, you do so much.
Yes.
You actually do so much. It's amazing.
Oh,
So
Judy's
talented.
amazing. And then after that, I go to another workshop, an unofficial one, with a few of my classmates where we meet and talk about writing. And then following that, there's a lot of things that I might go and do downtown. There's so many ridiculously amazing restaurants.
Oh my gosh, tell me.
Right?
Let's talk about everything that
Downtown.
is in downtown.
We love downtown.
I've actually not been able to explore downtown that much, so she will know so much more, but I've heard amazing things and I actually have walked around and it's beautiful. It's like,
yeah.
it's actually really artsy.
It is. Downtown
It's
Riverside
beautiful.
is such a beautiful artistic hub.
Yeah.
The UCR has the Arts Block downtown, which is the Culver Center of the Arts, the Sweeney Art Gallery, and the California Museum of Photography, which you have free admission to as a UCR student. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. If it's the first Thursday of the month, then it's the Riverside Downtown Arts Walk, which means that all of the local artists are coming out and presenting their work. There's vendors selling ridiculously awesome stuff, and all of the art scenes downtown are open late. So, like 9 o'clock, most of the museums are closed, but on the Arts Walk nights, they're open until like midnight.
Oh gosh.
And you can walk around and just check out all of these museums and stuff, and it's really exciting. A lot of the restaurants stay open late too. Some of the restaurants downtown include like this really awesome gastropub called the Salted Pig.
Oh yeah, everyone talks about that
It's
too.
amazing. It's so delicious. If you're on a college budget, though,
It's like maybe somewhere else.
yeah. There's also D-Dogs, or you can go to Pixels if you're over 21, or you can go to Back to the Grind, which is this really exciting and really wonderful coffee shop downtown.
Yeah, we actually have a couple of our students who are involved with like performing there. Like, there's just a lot of opportunity to explore your talents and like showcase your talents. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a couple of the students who used to perform around the bell tower, they perform at Back to the Grind, and they're like, regulars there.
Yeah, they have open mic nights every Monday night. So you can go, you sign up a little bit earlier, and then you can go and perform in front of a crowd. And there's always huge crowds at Back to the Grind because everyone loves each other.
Yeah.
It's so
It's just like the place to be.
hmm And other stuff you can do downtown, you can go to Fairmount Park, which is this beautiful park, and there's a lake, and you can go and like feed ducks. And yeah,
it's so fun.
they have like little paddle boats so you can go around on too, or you can go and just like
Oh my gosh. And during like Christmas time, it's so romantic because like they have these horse-drawn carriages that just take you around like the beautiful lights around downtown. It's really fun.
It is. Downtown Riverside has the historic Mission Inn.
Oh yeah, which is so beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's one of the central
Architecturally.
points. Yeah, it's one of the central points of the mission of the Festival of Lights. Like, it's this really beautiful Spanish architecture, and it's a hotel, but it's also a museum, and it's got like 2 restaurants in there.
Yeah.
But around the holidays, they dress it up in these ridiculous light presentations, and you can go and just walk around and check out all the lights. A lot of the museums downtown stay open a little late anyway during Festival of Lights season and sell like cider and stuff, and it's like really wonderful. And there's just so many things to look at downtown any day of the week. Obviously during like special times like around the holidays or on arts walks, there's a lot more stuff to see, but any day you go down there, you can go and grab a cup of coffee with some friends. You can go and eat a delicious meal or like a ridiculous hot dog at D-Dog's.
Yeah, and there's just everything. Like Riverside has everything that you could ever imagine and more. So, like if you even like regular stuff like a Target or Chipotle or In-N-Out, there's everything around. Like it's definitely a college centered, or like the location around UC Riverside is very it has a college atmosphere.
Yes.
And it's actually really nice just because like there are students all around and you can just make friends wherever you go, especially with like where you live. You could live on campus, off campus, and like the residence halls, or anything like that.
In our last few minutes, let's just kind of
let's just talk about that. So with housing, like my freshman year, I dormed in A&I, which is Aberdeen and Inverness, which was one of the oldest dorms at Riverside, but it's known to be one of the most fun dorms.
Very social.
Yeah, the social dorm, which I mean, I felt that they were all social, so you can't really judge or like rank them. But I did make amazing friends in my hall, and I live with my freshman year roommate right now, and a bunch of other girls too. And we have a house together, and it's been 4 years, and we're still like amazing friends. And I'm still friends with a lot of my hallmates and a lot of my friends that I made in the halls as well. And I think it was one of the best experiences of my life, just to like be away from home and find out who I was and make new friends and have to be forced to like try new things and be an adult and live on my own. And I don't know, I felt like UCR was really helpful with like that transition, because we had RAs and everyone was like really helpful. People got homesick all the time. I loved going home. Luckily, home is really close for me, so
me too.
It's not that bad. But it's just a different experience. There's East Lothian and West Lothian, which are another residence hall dorm,
the 2 wings
buildings
of the Lothian residence hall.
Yeah, and that's just like it's like a little walk away from A&I, and then there's Pentland, which is like a luxury dorm kind of.
That's what I would like to suite say. Style living. So like A&I and Lothian are both traditional, just like a hall of dorms. Pentland Hills is suite style living.
Yeah.
So it's a little more expensive, but you only have to live with 4 people, and you share
the showers and restrooms with those 4 people. Versus in A&I and Lothian, you have to like share a communal shower and bathroom, although it's separated to girls and boys. But like, it's just communal. It's actually not that bad. It's
really not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to have a little more privacy, then Pentland Hills would be the best place to go. But if you just want a traditional dorming experience, A&I and the Lothian dorms are really wonderful.
And those are actually the only ones with dining.
That's
so
true.
If you live in Pentland, then you have to walk to A&I or Lothian to eat. But you can go to whichever dining hall that you want to eat. Like even if you live in A&I, you can go to Lothian. And dining hall is actually really fun.
They're so good.
Yeah, it's actually really good because they're expanding and making healthier alternatives. And there's like a salad bar, which is amazing because you could just make whatever you want. And they have like vegan options now, right?
Yes, they're increasing their vegan options actually. So to include not just like salads or like soy chicken and stuff.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I actually went. And
I think we're about done though.
Oh, okay.
Anything else to finish it off?
If you guys have any questions, just feel free to give us a call or find us at undergraduate admissions.
Yeah.
We'll be answering phones all the time. This is where we work.
Yep. We're also on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and search undergraduate admissions UCR,
Mhm.
or you can go to lifeatucr.tumblr.com for our prospective student blog.
And our Instagram as well, which is Life at UCR.
Yeah.
Just to check out some pictures that we have. They're beautiful.
Yes.
And you get to have a little tour of the campus through Instagram.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. And our social media intern that does the Instagram is wonderful.
Yeah.
Both of them, actually. We have two.
Great ones.
Also,
All
we're
our
on
social
Twitter.
media.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter, UCR undergraduate admissions. Tweet
So,
us.
hope you guys like UCR and apply. And it's really a great campus. And if you guys have any other questions, just give us a call.
I wouldn't have changed my experience one bit. It's been great.
It has.
Yes. Okay. And we're done.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.